Hi YouTube family, I will be doing my October mock AFL draft for the first round only. When you add the Academy and Father Son players, this takes the first rounder to 27 picks. I did not do any draft trade on my video, but North Melbourne may trade pick 2 for a couple of first rounders to get some key defenders. One scenario is North Melbourne trading pick 2 to Richmond for pick 6 and 10 respectively. I'd like to thank the YouTube channel called Josh James 31 for the draft bell sound that I cry. I will put his link or the link to the bell in my YouTube channel below. For the latest update of my YouTube videos, please subscribe and click on the bell to get the latest notifications. Your subs will be much appreciated. Alright, let's start. With pick 1, Richmond to select Jagger Smith. He's a 187 midfielder for the Oakley Chargers in Victorian under-18s. He accumulates so much of the ball and he just knows how to find the ball, and he has demonstrated in a VFL game against men for Richmond in gathering 31 disposals in a game. By drafting Smith, this is the start of their rebuild, and with pick 6, the Tigers can drop 2 high-end midfielders in this draft. With pick 2, North Melbourne Kangaroos select Levi Ashcroft. The Brisbane Lions will match this under the Father Son rule. Pick 2 is worth 2,517, and with the 20% discount, this pick equates to 2,013 points, and the Lions will use pick 27, 34, 42 and 43 to match this draft bid. With the bidding match, the Brisbane Lions select Levi Ashcroft. He's a 179cm Rick Metro midfielder from the Sanningham Dragons. He plays exactly like his older brother, Will Ashcroft. Class player with ball, and he averages 1 goal per game. Pick 3, North Melbourne Kangaroos select Ben O'Sullivan. He's a 182cm midfielder from the Oakley Chargers. He is rated in the top 4, but he has had injuries to his thumb. However, he's starting to play games now, and he has a good turn of speed, and he can take good overhead marks and has a massive penetrating kick. He is from Quilboy in country Victoria. By drafting O'Sullivan, the Kangaroos are adding more to their high-end young midfielders that consists of Wardlaw, Machurcha, Shizel, Dersma and LDU. However, I could see the Kangaroos doing a draft night trade where they may want to turn this pick into a latter mid single digit pick, 5 or 6, and another first rounder, and draft in Luke Trainer, a key defender. With pick 4, Hotton select Sid Draper. He's a 180cm midfielder from South Adelaide in South Australia. He's also been injured at the start of this season, but he is returning back to fitness and has played a number of senior men's SANFL games for South Adelaide, in which he has gathered 20 plus disposals in the last couple games. He has a turn of speed with great endurance. He has some characteristics of an explosive midfield traits. Draper will complement Cowan's midfield beautifully. They've got Patrick Cripps, inside midfielder. Then you got the hard running working machine, Sam Walsh, who can just run all day. Adam Serra, who has good defensive skills and can run back. And George Hewitt, who also plays in the middle and play a bit of defense but can kick goals. And Draper with his speed on the outside. That's what Cowan need. Player will put a difference, and Draper provides that and be a perfect addition to their midfield. With pick 5, the LA Crows take Sam Laidlaw, a 187cm midfielder from the Greater Western Victorian Rebels. He has been injured this season. He's a Petrarca type midfield with power in the midfield, and he can also play as a marking forward with his strength. He is a midfield bull with explosiveness. Laidlaw, a midfielder that has a point of difference. He is a powerful, explosive midfield who will suit perfectly well for the Crows, where he will complement Solidigo, Dawson, Matt Crouch as inside mid, and he can play up forward. So the Crows can play Isaac Rankin 70% midfield and 30% forward, so you can rotate Laylor or Rankin, even Josh Shelley. This just adds more to the Crows mix. And also last year they drafted an inside-outside midfield Charlie Edwards, so the Crows are building a midfield nicely. And they can also, I should say, play Dan Curtin a bit in the midfield as a tall 197cm big body mid as well. Good pickup for the Crows. Pick 6, I got Melbourne taking Murphy Reid. He's a 179 midfielder or forward from Metro Victorian at the Sandringham Dragons. This kid has so much footy smarts and silky skills. He is very good with the ball in his hand and is a great ball user. Murphy Reid will fit perfectly well in the Demons midfield. You got the bullocking inside mid of Winey, Oliver who goes outside for power, and then got the inside-outside power explosive midfield for Tracker, and you got Young Rivers and Tom Sparrow. And the add Murphy's Reid high football IQ, great decision making. It just complements the midfield. Great pickup for the Demons. With pick 7, I got Richmond taking Josh Miley. He's a 193cm midfielder from the Eastern Rangers in Victoria Coach League. He's a tall midfielder that can develop into a big body mid and a contested midfield. He kicks goals and averages around a goal per game. He's a Patrick Cripps or Bontempelli type big body mid. Smiley will complement with the zippy Jagger Smith. That's two good recruits. Smiley, tall, big body midfield, and also the complement to the young midfielders that Richmond have in Banks and McLaughlin, and also to the experience of Taranto, Hopper and Presser. Good pickup, Smiley, and just one of the number of midfielders that Richmond will build in the next few years. With pick 8, I got St Kilda taking Harry Langford. He's a 190cm midfielder from the Dandenong Stingrays in mid-country. He's a taller midfield with a great left foot kick that can hit targets, has a point of difference with his height and strength. He's a Jordan Dawson type. The Saints are stockpiling with young talent. They got Wangening Miller, Philippou, Darcy Wilson, Owens and Calamides. Langford would be a beautiful addition to this squad of young players. With pick 9, I got St Kilda taking Alex Tuur. He's a 192cm defender who plays for the Gippsland Power in the Victorian Under-18s. He's another intercepting defender in this job. Tuur plays for the Power, who has been injured for half of this season. He has versatility as he has played a bit in the forward and the midfield. St Kilda's draft hand has been pretty good. Taking Langford with pick 8, Jordan Dawson type midfield forward and play in defence, and Taru, who has versatility. He plays in defence as an innocent defender, but can slot in a bit in the midfield and up forward, but he's more known as an innocent defender and will be a great replacement for Josh Battle. Pick 10, I got Melbourne selecting Leonardo Lombard. I've got Gold Coast Suns matching this bid as he's an academy player to the Suns. The Gold Coast Suns will get a 20% discount on pick 10, which equates to 1,116 points, and the Suns will use picks 39, 41 and 49 to match the bid to get Lombardo, and also they'll get back pick 71. Leonardo Lombard is a 177 midfielder from the Gold Coast Suns Academy in Queensland. He is a midfielder who is very fast and has great goal sense, and he's tied to the Suns Academy. Perfect fit for the Suns. He will start as a small forward with fellow Academy graduate Jake Rogers, and they will have so much opportunity to kick goals as the Suns have the key forwards of Walter, Andrews and King. Perfect addition, and the Suns are building a nice roster for the future under Hardwick. Pick 11, I've got Melbourne selecting Isaac Kaku. This bid will also be matched by the Bombers as he belongs to the Bombers Academy. Pick 11, Essendon will use on Isaac Kaku. The Bombers will get a 20% discount of pick 11, which is 1,063 points, and the Bombers will use picks 30 and 33 to match the Kaku bid, and in return the Bombers will receive Kaku, and pick 58. Isaac Kaku is a 175cm small forward from the Calder Callants in Wick Metro and is part of Essendon's NGA. He is one of the 2 premier small forwards with Barry. Pressure forward plays with a lot of energy. He is great at crumbing the ball and kicking goals from any angle. He averages 1.5 goals per game in the under 18s. Will suit perfect for the Bombers. Kaku will be a perfect fit for Essendon, adding an elite small forward to complement David Jr., who they drafted in the last couple of years, and have that additional small forward to crumble under the key forwards of Wright, Langford and Harrison Jones. With pick 12, I've got Melbourne selecting Toby Tragia. Toby Tragia is an 187 defender from the Bendigo Pioneers in Wick Country. He has great running ability and good skills from the halfback, but has scope to transition as a midfielder in the future in the AFL. Great recruit for the Dymond. He will provide enough running power from defence. Him and Christian Siam running off halfback to counter-attack in the forward line or to the midfield. What a great recruit, and potentially he has scope to turn into the next Will Day and one day be a midfield for the Demons. That would be a great midfield. With pick 13, Richmond select Beau Allen. Beau Allen is a 191cm midfielder or defender from Peel Thunder in Western Australia. Allen can play in defence and midfield and is hard at it player. He is Western Australia's best player in this year's draft. In his early days, he will start in defence and eventually he'll transition as a midfielder. Another quality addition added to the Tigers. Beau Allen played for Peel Thunder and represented Peel Thunder in the Waffle final for the senior men's team this season. Has a booming 60-metre kick, plays in defence and also plays in the midfield like a Jordan Dawson type. What a pickup. The Tigers have picked up 2 quality midfielders. Now they add Allen to the mix, who can play halfback and midfield. Just stockpiling high-end talent. The Tigers. Watch this team in another few years' time. With pick 14, Richmond select Luke Traynor. Luke Traynor, a 194cm key defender from Wick Metro in the Sanningham Dragons. He's a key defender who is very good in the centre mark and has good skills for his height, who can start the counter-attack from defence. The first key defender that the Tigers drafted to complement the 3 midfielders that have taken this draft. Traynor, what a gun, key defender in the centre mark. Reminds me a bit of Alex Raz. He could be their next Alex Raz, but he's got great elite kicking, so he'll set up play from defence, takes it in the centre marks and just starts to play forward with his great vision in kicking. Good pick up for the Tigers again. Big start to this draft. With pick 15, West Coast Eagles select Xavier Lindsay. Xavier Lindsay is a 182cm midfielder from Gibson Power in the Wick Country. He's a midfielder who can play off halfback, has a good left foot, can start the attack from halfback or to the forwards when he is in midfield. Doesn't mind the tackles as well. Good pick up for the Eagles. Another quality kid added to their roster. This will be a perfect situation for the Eagles as Gimby has been playing in halfback. Lindsay can play halfback as well, and both players can rotate on halfback and midfield. And this can add more midfield depth to the West Coast Eagles if you had Lindsay, Gimby, Harley Reid, of course, Hewitt. Just a good roster that the Eagles are building up for new coach McQualter. With pick 16, Port Adelaide select Cooper Hinds. Selecting Cooper Hinds, he's a 190cm midfield forward who plays for the Dymond Stingrays for Wick Country. He's another midfield forward who has a good height at 190cm and he has a bit of power. For the under 18s, he averages 25 disposals, 1.7 goals per game. He could go a lot higher in the draft and is a goal kicking mid. Good pickup for the power. Got versatility, can play midfield, forward. This helps the powers midfield and forward in the future where you can rotate Horn Francis, Cooper Hinds, Power Pepper. Just got these players that the power can just rotate through the middle and forward. And also you got Rosie and Butters adding to that midfield mix. What a team that the power building in the middle. They're going to have one of the best midfielders in the next few years. With pick 17, Fremantle select Joe Barry. Joe Barry, 180cm small forward from the Murray Bushrangers and also from the Big Country. He is one of the two premier small forwards for Kaku. Barry just knows where the goals are and has very good lateral movement. He averages 3 goals per game in the under 18s. Great pickup for the Dockers. Last year, they lost Schultz to Collingwood Magpies, and this year they recruit a small forward in Barry. He's one of the lead kickers, knows where the goals are, just great small forward, and that complements with Shea Bolton, who will spend time midfield and lead up forward. So just having Barry to their small forwards of Amos and Co, just a perfect build-up. And that's the piece they were missing from last year when they lost Schultz to Collingwood, so magnificent pickup. With pick 18, GWS Giants select Harrison Oliver. Harrison Oliver is a 180cm defender from the Sandringham Dragons in Vic Metro. He's a defender who plays off halfback, who likes to start the attack off halfback. Good pickup for the Giants. They lost a couple of players for free agency in Perry and Cummings, and who best to select play off halfback? Harrison Oliver provides all that. Over replacement, he likes to start off attack from defense, so he's pretty similar characteristics to Isaac Cumming. So great pickup for the Giants, looking at the long term as well. Will complement perfect with Lachlan Ash, two running backs from defense, players that like to take the game on. Great pickup and good replacement long term for Perryman and Cummings. Pick 19, the Giants select Jobe Shand. Jobe Shand. He's a 193cm forward who plays for the Bendigo Pioneers for Big Country. He's a key forward standing at 193cm that took many contested marks in the under 18 championship. He's played a number of VFL games for Essendon and kicked over 2 goals for a number of games. In the under 18s, he averages 2 goals and tackles respectively per game. Good long-term investment. Jesse Hogan will be 30 for season 2025, and selecting Shanahan, he's got a number of years to learn under the wings of Hogan and be his long-term replacement. Shanahan and Cameron can form a lethal forward line for the Giants. And also Max Guzetsky, that's a prong of 3 young forwards that the Giants are building with their roster. Good pickup. With pick 20, I've got the Bulldogs selecting Tag Hotton. Tag Hotton, a 181cm midfield forward who played for the Sandringham Dragon. He's a midfielder who kicks goals. He would have went high up the draft if it wasn't for his ACL knee injury that he sustained at the middle of this season. He can be a draft steal at this pick, was playing so well prior to the injury. This pick is worth it. It's a punt. He did his ACL knee injury last season, but there are players that done their knee a year before their draft year and still become elite players, i.e. Ben Rutten, who's an All-Australian for LA Crows back in the day, 10-15 years ago, and recently Jake Lieber, he did his knee the year before he got drafted by the Crows. Hotton has high-end talent and he will fit perfectly in the coming years into the Bulldogs midfield when some of their players start aging. So this is a good long-term investment for the Western Bulldogs and doesn't need to play games in season 2025, learn his craft in the VFL and then eventually start taking over the midfielder from 2026 season onwards. With pick 21, I got Richmond selecting Harry Armstrong. Harry Armstrong is a 194cm key forward from the Sandringham Dragons. Another key forward who excelled in the under-18 national carnival. Great at taking contested mark and is pretty athletic for his height. Another great pickup for the Tigers. Tom Lynch has been injured for the last couple of years and Armstrong will be the perfect player to be his replacement in the future. Right now he can learn under the wings of Tom Lynch and eventually become their number 1 key forward in the not too distant future. Good pickup for the Tigers, complementing their high-end pick that they've taken earlier in this draft. With pick 22, Sydney draft Sam Marshall. Sam Marshall is an academy player under Brisbane Lions, so the Lions will bid for Sam Marshall. To acquire Marshall's service, the Lions will give up picks 47, 59, and 65 for Sam Marshall, and also the Lions will be in a deficit of 112 points, which will eat into 2025 draft points. Sam Marshall, 184cm midfielder who is part of Brisbane Lions Academy. He's a Brisbane Lions Academy player who plays in the midfield, and he has a good height at 184cm. He can play inside and outside and will be another quality addition to the Brisbane Lions midfield following the two Ashcroft brothers. Just another midfielder that the Lions are accumulating to complement the two Ashcrofts they've taken the last couple of years. With pick 23, the Swans select Tom Gross. Tom Gross. He's a 180cm midfield forward who plays for the Oakleigh Chargers in McMetro. Gross plays as a midfield or forward who averages 23 disposals a game, 3 tackles a game, and just under a goal per game. He's a hard-at-it player who made the All-Australian under-18 team for this year's National Under-18 Carnival. Gross will suit the Swans' blood's culture, likes to tackle hard, plays hard, hard-at-it player, and he'll be long-term investment. Gross will complement the current small forwards and medium forwards that the Swans have in Lee, Hinds, and Will Hayward. Perfect players to learn your craft from. Pick 24, Richmond select Jesse Tatoli. Jesse Tatoli, 178cm small forward who plays for the Northern Knights in McMetro. He's a tough forward or midfielder who is very strong at the contest. He averages 20 disposals, 2 tackles and 2 goals per game in the under-18s. Good recruit for the Tigers. Having lost Bolton and Baker in this year's trade period, adding a small forward who's very tough at the contest is part of the next generation of the Richmond Tigers forward line, and Tatoli will fit this. He's a forward who can also play a bit in the midfield. Pick 25, GWS select Matt Whitlock. Matt Whitlock, he's a 200cm key defender or forward who plays for the Murray Bushrangers in country Victoria. He played as a key defender but has versatility and is able to play as a key forward. Has good speed and agility. Good young player who can play key defence, and he's got best player to learn from with Sam Taylor, one of the best defenders in the league. It's going to be a good long-term investment for the Giants, where they've got players like Sam Taylor, Leek Alia, just complementing the defenders that the Giants have. Great pickup for the Giants. Pick 26, Sydney select Jack Whitlock. Jack Whitlock, the twin brother of Matt Whitlock, is a 200cm key forward from the Murray Bushranger. He's another key forward who marks the ball at the highest point in the air. Good agility for a tall forward. The Swans have a number of young key forwards in Amadi and Logan McDonald, and adding Whitlock will complement this young forward Swans lineup, who's 200cm and he marks at the highest point in the air. So that'll be a scary forward line of having Whitlock, McDonald and Amadi, plus the medium small forwards that the Swans have. Great pickup and will be a good play in the future. Will be interesting to see the battle of the bridge derby between the Swans and the Giants, and having the twins play on each other with Jack Whitlock against Matt Whitlock. The final pick of round 1 goes to Richmond. Pick 27, Richmond select Alex Dobson. Alex Dobson. He's a 203cm ruckman from South Australia in Sturt in the SNFL. He is the best ruckman available in the draft, standing at 203cm, who acts as a midfielder when the ball goes to the ground. He's an All-Australian under-18 ruckman, and he is this year's Taylor Gold from South Australia last year. The Tigers had so much picks in this draft and so many players in midfield, defence, key forward, and to complement this, they've added the best ruckman in this year's draft, Dobson. Great ruck. When the ball hits the ground, acts like another midfield like Grundy, gets the ball on the ground and contributes. It's a great pickup for the Richmond Tigers. The players that will be considered for the second rounders are Oliver Hannaford, a small forward, Noel Mars, key defender or forward, Hamish Davis, a forward or mid who's played senior waffle, Christian Moraz, a wing or forward, Jonty Fall, a key forward, Tom Sims, also a key forward. Harley Gary, a ruckman. And we also have a number of father and sons. That includes the Camporetti twins and Tyler Welsh. Thank you for watching my video, and to gain access to my latest videos, please sub and click on the bell for the latest notifications. See you next time. Cheers.